Loyola Chicago is a very well-coached team. They played really, really hard, and they pushed us all the way to the limit tonight. I was really proud of our girls, how we stayed composed. We've been in these positions before, and felt like we really grew up in these moments. And Zah had a stellar game tonight that really carried us for the game.
We'll start with questions just for the student athletes first, please.
Zah, I'll start with you. In addition to your usual very just efficient offensive performance, you drew 9 fouls tonight. Were 10 of 11 from the line, which was just one short of your career high. What was working with driving to the basket tonight? What did you see offensively there?
Offensively, I just found the gaps. Just using fakes because they were jumping a lot in their zone and their man. So just taking that to advantage.
This is for both of you. What was the message in the huddle as Loyola Chicago is going on that run to cut the lead down to 3?
We know we've been in that position before, so just staying composed and making sure we're listening to the coaches and executing.
Mary, for you, the 4 steals that you had, including the big one down the stretch, what did you see defensively, and where it felt like you guys were just reading them defensively really well all night long?
I would just say staying confident and just being there, reading the passes, and yeah.
This game had a little bit of everything. You guys jump out to a big lead, but obviously we see the run at the end. How useful is this sort of film, when you have a little bit of everything during the game, good and bad, and how does that help you for the rest of the conference schedule?
Just looking at our mistakes, knowing what we need to work on, and taking it into practice, focusing on those.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Off.
Coach, they'd like to keep it interesting for you, for sure.
Don't they?
You had the 2 games in December where, you let leads get away. And tonight it kind of got to that point again, but you guys didn't give up the lead. What did you feel like was different this time around, and what do you feel like needs to still improve to hold on to leads down the stretch in the 4th?
Yeah, I think we got to lock in, and I think there was a time that, we just weren't as focused as we needed to be. And, Loyola is, like I said, a really well-coached team. They play hard, and we gave up some threes, which they were able to cut the lead a lot quicker. And I just think down the stretch we've got to be more intentional.
Coach, with the win tonight, your team's improved to 20-4 over the last 2 seasons or so in conference play. What is it about your teams that sort of get that extra gear in A-10 play?
I think they understand what they were recruited to do here. Like we were, these players are recruited to win championships. And so when we get into conference play, not like any other play, but conference play, they know that this is what the bar is, the standard, especially after last season. But I think this year our non-conference play really got us ready for conference.
Coach, your team held Loyola Chicago to only 5 points from the field in the first quarter. How important do you feel that was for the entire game?
Yeah, I think defensively we were really locked in the first quarter. I just think that they understood the scout. They were helping each other out. There was a lot of talking, a lot of communication, and I think it really just gave our defense the spark we needed to hold them to 5 points.
There's obviously it's a great win at 6-0, but there's still a lot of season left. Where do you see the learning curve for this team and the goals that they want to achieve?
Yeah, I think every game is going to be a learning experience. And no team wants to peak right now, right? And I think that we are far from that. There's a lot more in our bag, so to speak, to grow to. And what makes it exciting is that these young ladies want to do that. So coming to work every single day, they want to watch film. They want to watch their mistakes. They want to get better. So I believe that yes, there's a lot of season left, and there's still a lot of time for us to peak. We're not even close right now.
Last question.
I know the answer is going to be it's the next game on the schedule, but St. Joe's the next game. It's a rematch of the A-10 championship. They're now coming off a loss. They lost to St. Bonaventure tonight, who's the other team that you guys play on your 2-game road swing coming up. Do you have any just initial thoughts about getting you guys ready for the next game?
You know, for us, it's always scout-based. You know, defensively, we're going to lock in to find out what we need to do. And we always approach every game from that vantage point, defensively first. So, no, I didn't know about that loss. But that's really none of our business. What our business is taking care of the business for the next game at hand.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.